Good morning. This is Mr. Honeycutt, and some people call me Pops. Either one of those is okay with me. If your parents or guardian or adult that's helping you with this wants you to call me Mr. Honeycutt, then or Pops, you can ask them and they'll know. But I'm very glad to see you, and I'm going to show you where I live first. I think this is really pretty. We're talking about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, sort of. And so I'm going to, we've previously talked through the first couple of reading pages, and I will show these to you because you've seen them. Goldilocks is the main character, and we read this. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks, and she walked through the forest. We read this last time. She went for a walk in the forest. Now we have some new pages today, and we're going to go through them a little bit more quickly than what we did the first video. So hang on to your hats. And at the end of this video, I will pop up my magic jokes and I'll read a couple to you. So here is Goldilocks, and you'll see that she found a house. So let's read this together. Pretty soon, she came upon a house. She knocked, and when no one answered, she walked in. There's two things I'd like you to notice. This little symbol down here is called a comma, and this one is called a period. So this is a comma, comma, period, and period. When you come on a comma, it sort of tells you to pause just a little bit. So like, if I was going to say something and something else, I pause just a little bit. When there's a period, you stop and then start your new question. When there's a period, you stop, then you continue going. So those are two things I'd like you to remember this time. But let's read through our story. There was a few words last time that I wanted you to remember. She, here's she again. Here's the word and. Here's the word or a. A lot of times we just say but I guess it's more official to use the sound of a, because that is an a sound. So let's read through this together, and we're going to pause right there, and we're going to have a longer pause, then a pause, pause, and a longer pause. Pretty soon, she came upon a house. She knocked, and when no one answered, she walked right in. Now, probably that's not a good idea, but this is a fiction story. It's not a real story about somebody real. It's just fiction. So let's read this whole thing together. Pretty soon she came upon a house, and she knocked, and when no one answered, she walked right in. I'm going to pause for a moment and let me see if you can read that by yourself. This word is a little bit tricky. Knocked. That K is silent in this word, knocked. Let's try it again. Pretty soon she came upon a house. She knocked and nice. When no one answered, she walked right in. Here's a complicated word as you're starting out. Answered. Now you can see the beginning of this word is an, this W is silent. You don't say it in this word. Usually a W makes a W sound, but not here. It's just silent. Answered. So this part right here, the E and the R are and the last part is D. Answered. And here's a comma, which we pause for. And we know this word. What is this word? Ah, you're right. She walked right in. Now, the word right sounds just like some other words, like write a book. Okay? But this word is spelled different than write a book. It means about right in. It's like now. When no one answered, she walked right in. This hard word, I don't expect you to remember right now. It's a pretty complicated word. The W is silent. Answered. It's a long word. But you kind of see how it makes up that sound. And then this word, right, there's really three, but two types of words that sound just like each other. Right, this one is, you say, now. And there's another word, right, that's spelled kind of strange, but it's like write a book. We're not doing that one today, but I do want you to notice that this word right has a G and an H in it that are silent. There's a lot of silent letters in some words. Pretty soon she came upon a house and walked right in. Let's see if she walks in. There's a picture that I want to show you. I'm having trouble getting to it. Let's see if this will show up. There she is. She walked right in. And this is page 10. You'll notice a 1 and a 0. That's the number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll go to page 11, where our words are written. You've learned this word before. It's at, A-T. You have learned this word before, the. At the table in the kitchen, there were 3 bowls of porridge. Now there's a few complicated words here, but let's look at the one we already know. You already know the word at. You already know the word the. You already know the word in. And here's the again. And here is of. This word, table. The T makes a T. And this A, sometimes it's an A sound, but in this case it's an A sound. Table. And do you think this E is making a sound or not? It's not. It's a silent E. Table. At the table, in the, difficult word here. Let's take it apart. Kit, K-I-T, kit. And this CH, you don't need to remember what this is, but it's called a consonant cluster because there's two consonants put together and it's in a cluster. But for now, I just want you to recognize CH makes a ch sound. And then here, N. So we put it together, kit, ch, N. Kitchen. And there's a comma, so we take a little bit of a pause. And there, not today, but later, we will learn that there are 3 different words that sound identical to there. But we won't go through them today. This word just means at a place. So there were 3, and this one is kind of cool. The TH makes a th, where the tongue is th, kind of on the top lips. 3, and those 2 E's at the end make the E sound. So here we have 3. A lot of times we write numbers out with the actual number 3. In this case, we're spelling it out. And sometimes you use one way, sometimes you use the other. Bowls. Bowls. The O makes an O sound in this case. And some people pronounce the W here. I don't, but I'll do it pronouncing the W. Bowls. Bowls. I just say bowls. And so there is the B-O-L-S. Bowls. Then you know this word, porridge. I mean, O-F. And this word is porridge. P-O-R-R, porridge, I-E-D-G. That E is silent in this word, porridge. And there's the period, so we stop there. Here is the porridge. And you probably can't see it here, but there are 3 kind of hard words. And this is where the story is kind of funny, and it's not exactly like the real Goldilocks. You don't need to remember these words or read them right now. They're not really words that people use. This one says super duper gravity bowl. This is anti-gravity bowl, and this is regular gravity bowl. We'll look at those more closely in some later portions of this book. But for now, I want to thank you for being here, and I'm very proud of you. So it's time to open up the magic cards, and I'll take this one. It's on the top. And okay, So this is about the word California. That's a state. It's on the west coast near the Pacific Ocean, California. Which city in California do all the dentists visit? Los Angeles. There's a real city called Los Angeles, and floss is what you clean your teeth with. So, which city in California do all the dentists visit? Los Angeles. I like that one. Oh, this is really funny. To me, it may not be to you. How do you organize a space party? You plan it. I don't know about you, but I like these. So we're going to go back to my forest, and I will say, I hope you have a great day. And this right here, there's a kind of a cliff, and I climb up that. It's actually steeper than it looks here, but I guess this is my forest. But for now, I'll just say goodbye, and I'll see you at our next lesson. Go play outside if you get a chance.